book friends? Welcome back to Books I Read. I'm Sheila and I'm so glad you're here. Today is Tuesday, May 12th. Woo! And I was going to make a video yesterday after work, but I just couldn't. I was just too tired. I didn't feel like it. So here I am today, making you guys a video. I have been in and out of the kitchen today because I've been cooking. We made piggies in a blanket, homemade dough, which you've seen in the thumbnail. I made some peanut butter energy bowls, which I've made in the past on my other channel. And potatoes and green beans. And I made peanut butter yogurt, like ice cubes, to go in the smoothies and for the dogs. So when it gets hot, they'll have a cool treat. So that's what I've been doing today. And I'm so excited. It didn't take me that long. I'm so happy. But I was rearranging my books. Because, I know, yet again, but I have actually read quite a bit off my shelves. I'm pretty proud of myself lately. I've done pretty good. And I decided, because I had them, well, I thought it was such a brilliant idea not too long ago to separate books, you know, the authors. And that was just dumb because I was like, oh, these are the books that have audios on the library, these ones don't. And I was like, okay, that was just stupid. So I put all the author books back together, and then authors that I've already read, I have put on my book cart over here. I don't know if you can see it behind me, but those authors, I've read a book by them already, and then those are the ones that I still have that I would like to read by them. And then, what else did I do? Oh, I've been setting up my TBR shelf back here. Mostly books that I've started that I just wanted to move over there so that I can get, you know, being that I've already started them, maybe I can get them finished. And a book friend gave me this tea. She's like, here, I don't like it. Maybe you will because it has mint in it. It is a vanilla peppermint. I have already made it, but I will show you. It's by Twinings. It's really good. The ingredients are peppermint, natural mint flavor, and natural flavor vanilla type. It's really good though. I like it. You get this like hint of vanilla. Oh, it's very good. But as you guys know, I love peppermint. I love peppermint tea, peppermint, everything. I just love peppermint. I have peppermint deodorant, peppermint candles. I just love pepper. I love to smell like a candy cane. But anyway, this is really good. But she also gave me 2 other tea bags that I think she likes these. I don't know. I didn't ask her. But she gave me these 2 to try as well. And they're Lady Grey black tea. What does it say? A citrus fruit flavor. Okay, that's all it really says on that side. Black tea, orange peel, lemon peel, natural citrus flavors with other natural flavors. Okay, so it's not... I was thinking it was like Earl Grey with... Yeah, I was thinking it was like an Earl Grey tea. That's what I was thinking. But this doesn't say anything about bergamot in there. Because you got to watch. I like the Private Selection Earl Grey. It's not too bad. But some Earl Grey I don't like because they put too much bergamot in it. Alright. Anyway, let's get on with some books that I'm reading, right? This is so good. This is so delicious. Alright, so I'm sure she bought this at Kroger's. So, if you like peppermint and vanilla, this one's delicious. I like it. It's really, really good. Oh, that's what I want to tell you guys too. A book dropped down into my library app. It's Joe Hill's book, NOS, N-O-S, 482. The audio dropped down. I have started to read that prior, but it expired. So I'm going to try and read it again. We'll see how that goes. I did finish The Good Girl by Mary. What's her last name? I still don't know how to say her last name. But I read most of it at home, and then I finished it at work last night. Yep. Monday night. I finished it at work. It was good. It was a good ending. It wasn't a wow, like, holy smokes ending, but it was a good story. I read it really fast. It was a quick read. It was still enjoyable, and it was still a satisfying end, but it just wasn't that wow factor. But you have Mia, who goes to a bar, and a guy picks her up. She goes to his apartment with him, and he puts a gun to her head and says, "Come with me." What do you think happens to Mia? What do you think? If you want to find out what happens to her, you got to read the book. Like I said, it wasn't bad. I would recommend it, and I will read another book by that author because I think she does have something that I like. Obviously, it was such a quick read for me. I mean, I blew through it pretty fast. But just not the wow ending I was looking for. A lot of books, it's hard to find that wow ending in, you know, I don't know, just thrillers in general and psychological thrillers or thrillers in general. It's sometimes I just like the story. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I did start, or I have started, Suzanne Colasante's Waiting for You. I started that yesterday at work when I had a coworker, because obviously I have it on my phone. So I started this, and then I finished The Good Girl after that coworker had left. And then I went back to this book, and I'm about halfway. You know, Suzanne Colasante's books, what I'm thinking is they are more geared, I think, for the tween girls. Like 13, 14-year-old girls. I don't know. Maybe. Or boys. Girls or boys. It doesn't matter. But that age group is what I'm saying. 12 or 13, 14 maybe. Because it's the dialogue that gets me. Now, some people might like that dialogue, but I know I was 13, 14-year-old once, and I probably sounded the same way, but I can't read that kind of dialogue. It just gets on my nerves. But maybe other people like that because they don't feel the same way, obviously. But for me, no. I think that's what's killing it. I mean, you have this dialogue of whether they should drink warm water or cold water. That's... But like I said, I'm not ready to give my review of this yet because I'm still reading it. It's okay so far. It's a little bit better than Take Me There, but I think because the dialogue is a lot easier to follow in this one than the other one. But again, that could be just me. But I will get back to you on that because, again, I'm only like halfway through. This book, Sophie Kinsella's Finding Audrey, I think that's how you say her name. I'm about 20% in this book. I am listening to the audio with it kind of thing. And it's okay. Audrey has an older brother named Frank and a little brother named Felix. And she has, what does she have? Anxiety disorder, which I can relate to some of that. Some of the stuff that she does and or experiences or the way she feels, I've been there, I've done it too, or I have felt that way too. And it's kind of neat. But I am enjoying this book, very much so. I do love Sophie Kinsella's writing. I don't think this book so far, I'm only 20%, but I don't think it's as good as Remember Me or My Perfect Life. But it is still good. But then again, I'm only 20% in, so that's not my final. So there you go. And then after I finish this one, I would like to go back to Devil Rising because I'm 18% in this one. And I would like to just go back and again listen to it. I have the audio on the library app and then I will follow along with it. And then I have been reading the Water Song series by Amanda Hocking. I read Wake and Lullaby and I passed those books on to a book friend. But I have Title and I also have Elegy. I separated my series. I know most people don't like to do that, but yeah. But I will probably give Title and Elegy to the girl, you know, the book friend when I'm done. But I have this one already on my phone through the library app so I can read it at home and at work, you know, like I always do. So I will start that one on Thursday though. And then when I was reorganizing my bookshelves, because you know I gotta do that, I decided to pull some short books off my shelf today. So I think only one, is it one or two? I don't know. But I do know for sure one should drop down on the library app so that I could always read it at work. I think two because I was like, oh, Thursday, Friday, Saturday kind of thing. So This one I'll start Thursday, and hopefully I'll finish it, like I just said. And then Angie Stanton's Rock in a Hard Place. I want to read that. And like I said, Friday. And then The Light of the World. It's a memoir, Elizabeth Alexander. And they're short, so I'm hoping that I can finish them easily. And then this one isn't on the library app at all. It's called Breathing Room by Marcia Hales. This is about a story about, I think the girl... Yeah, is it the girl? I think it's a girl that she's being treated for tuberculosis. That's what I think this book is about. And this one, I'm not sure, it's a memoir of... Oh, okay, so this lady, she loses her husband. So this is going to be a hard-hitting book. Wow. So tuberculosis, this lady loses her husband. And then Rock in a Hard Place, when you fall in love with a rock star, anything can happen. Well, that says a lot right there, right? So, I don't know. I might have to start one of these maybe tonight. Because I think this one I'm going to wait and read this one, the rest of this one at work maybe. So, this is what I'm probably looking at. And then maybe I'll read one of these or one of these while I'm home. And I'm going to go ahead and, so I can eat that, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a clip of Tank. So you guys can say hello to cute little baby Tank, because he's just so cute. And you're going to see the chickens. We've had them for a month. You're going to see them in their cute little area. They're out in the coop now. And you're also going to see the pallet chairs and table my husband made, and a little DIY that I made, but that's on my other channel. But you'll see. I'll see in a minute. Book friends, it's the next day. It is Wednesday, May 13th. Woo. Alright, I did finish a book last night, but we'll talk about that here in a second. We're going to try this Lady Grey black tea I was talking about in the last clip, or yesterday. So let's get on with it. We're going to let this steep. The black tea, ooh, that smells good. So it can steep for a little while. And then I have the rest of my herb tonic I'm going to drink. I get this from the country store, or that was the last time I got it. It is expensive, but it's, I don't know, it's wonderful. I love it. Tastes like crap, but it works. But there is a lot of herbs in it, so to make it myself would be even more expensive than what I pay for the bottle at the country store. And being that there's not that much left in here, I'm just gonna drink it. In between my tea, oh, it has, oh, it's so sour. It has raw organic vinegar in it, that's why it tastes like that. All right. I'm going to go ahead and finish this on camera because I figured you guys would just get a laugh or a smile out of my face, because this stuff is just so, so sour. All right, here we go. I was sharing a little bit of it with my husband. Here we go. Okay. I have my tea and I have water, so it just, oh, it just gets your mouth a watering. It's like the vinegar. It's like the malt vinegar. If you've ever been to a festival, I don't know if you have or not, but if you ever go to a festival and you get the vinegar on the fries, yeah, or salt and vinegar potato chip, it's even stronger than that. Oh, I can just feel my taste buds going. You guys might be saying, well, why in the world would you drink something so bad? Because it has a lot of good things in it for you. But it's got all these wonderful things in it that are really, really good for you. And it's just awesome. I don't know. And I figured I'd finish it because, oh, there's still a little bit in there. Well, I'll finish that later. I'm not going to do it now. It gets my taste buds going. All right, let's get on with some books that I want to share with you that I read, that I was reading last night. That's what I want to say. All right, so Sophie Kinsella's Finding Audrey. As I told you guys, I was 20% in. I started reading it again last night, but I can't remember anything. I must have been like going in and out of sleep or something, so I'm just going to start over with this whole book because I am kind of, no, I ain't kind of lost. I am lost. Because now I'm like second guessing myself on certain things. And I'm like, wait, what? Did I hear that? I must have been falling asleep. So, because I didn't have the book in my hand the whole time. So I'm going to start all over with this book because I don't feel I'm getting the gist of the story. You know, the full story. And that's just not acceptable. That's just not acceptable. All right. So moving on. I finished last night... I finished Breathing Room by Marcia Hales. Now, I have a lot to say about this book, but I'm going to try and keep it as brief as I can. But I'm giving this book 4 stars. This book was excellent. Even though it is fiction, a lot of the stuff in the story was based on true facts, which I appreciated very much so. This girl, Evie, goes into... sanatorium, I think it's sanatorium, a hospital basically, and because not Anne, she has tuberculosis, and there's other girls there that also have tuberculosis, and this is in the 1940 exactly. 1940 and 41 is the year that we are in. Now, the way that I read this and my perspective, just mine, my opinion, my perspective, I feel like this is very similar to what we're going through right now. I feel like that what we're going through is tuberculosis's evil fraternal twin. And why I say that is because tuberculosis has been around a long time and it is still around. Some people think it's gone. It's not gone. In 2018, we had 10 million cases of tuberculosis, and out of those 10 million cases, 1.5 million people died in 2018 from tuberculosis. So it's not gone, it's still around, it still exists. And if you look up tuberculosis and what we're dealing with now, they have very similar symptoms. They are both lung or respiratory disease, and the difference is tuberculosis that you get it, but it may take longer to accomplish what its evil twin is doing. So it's very interesting. If you're curious, I would suggest you read this book and then maybe do some research on tuberculosis. I think it'd be really interesting for you. It is very similar. So is emphysema. Emphysema is very similar to tuberculosis. They all feel very similar. And we don't have a cure for tuberculosis. And that amazes me that through all this time, we don't have a cure. People with TB can also be asymptomatic. People with TB can also be on multiple drug regimens because TB can be resistant to those drugs. The signs and symptoms are very similar. It was mind-blowing to me and or mind-boggling to me. So like I said, I was doing some research. These are just allegedly and my opinions because I read a fiction novel. But do your own research. Do your own research. See what you think. I can't say the word today. And this was a really good book though. We have Evie, and like I said, she's in a hospital. What is it called? Loon Lake Hospital. And I just found it very interesting to the methods that what they tried to do to help TB or people with TB. It was pretty serious, and obviously back in 1940s, you know, I feel like we say back in 1940s, you know, we didn't really know a lot or whatever. We really still don't. I feel like not much improvement has happened between then and now. But then again, I'm not an expert. I don't know. And I don't know anybody with TB right now. I do know there's supposed to be at least, you know, 13 million people, I think, on the planet right now that have TB. Some of them don't even know it because they don't show signs or symptoms of it. So I don't know for a fact. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not an expert. That is my disclaimer. I just read a book and I did some simple research. But I thought the poster in here, Fight Tuberculosis, Obey the Rules of Health, I thought that was interesting because that's the same practices that we did with TB is the same practices we are doing now, which I thought was very interesting. And I really liked, I think there was 2 poems in here that I really liked. I can't find them now because I didn't mark them. I'm so sad. Here's one. It was called Hope in Hand by W.D. Sibley. And then I think Evie wrote a poem to her friend, which was really cool. And then when she was talking to the one nurse, when Evie was talking to the one nurse, she was singing a song because the nurse told her to sing a tune. And the song actually exists. I went and looked it up and listened to it while I paused, but I paused in the middle of the book. I forget what the song was called because that was really, and obviously it was, here it is. She was talking to the nurse. And the song is In My Merry Oldsmobile. And I looked it up on YouTube and Bing Crosby was singing it. So I just found that interesting. But this was a really good book. Like I said, you have Evie, who's in this hospital with Beverly, Pearl, Dina, eventually Sarah. I think 4 other girls, I believe. And it's her experience of what she's going through in the hospital to get better. Is she going to get better? Are all the girls going to get better? What happens while she's in there? I just found it very interesting. I found the book interesting. And it taught me stuff that I had no idea. That I never paid no attention to. I never paid no mind to. And it has made me more aware of things that I didn't know still existed. And that are still out there. And I didn't know there wasn't a cure for. And stuff like that. So, very good book, even though it's fiction. So, but based on some of the true stuff is in there. Nonfiction is in there. All right. Anyway, moving on. I don't want to keep going on because you guys can do your own research. All right. Anyway, the book that I plan to read sometime today, tonight, or before I go back to work tomorrow is The Light of the World. I told you she loses her husband. Her husband dies. She's going through trauma resulting from her husband's death. I wonder if this is like based off of a true story, but, is fiction though. But based off of it. I don't know. It seems very short, so hopefully I can read through it pretty fast tonight. That's what I'm hoping. Because like a book around 232 pages, I can finish pretty quick. It's got 203 pages. So, this book and start over with this book. Those are my goals for today, tonight. We'll see. Let's take a sip of this Lady Grey tea. And I'm going to go ahead and close out this video and try and get it up there for you guys. Because the only thing I'm doing today or for the rest of today is I'm just going to read and relax and run to the store for some needs. Because I wrote a list. I took an inventory of things that we need, like yeast and butter and peanut butter and dog food and cat food. So we have to go run to the store for some needs because I have to work out, you know, tomorrow, etc. So I'm not going to have time to do that. Oh, this is good. Oh, she's right. Oh my goodness, she's so right. She said it tastes like Fruit Loops. She's got, oh my gosh. She's right. It does kind of taste like Fruit Loops without all the sugar and calories. Whoa, how awesome. I love Fruit Loops. I just don't like all that sugar and calories. That's why I don't eat it. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Wow, I'm going to have to get some of that. I am going to buy some tea, I think, too. I do have quite a bit of tea, but I don't know. I love trying new tea, and I got to go reorganize. That's one thing I didn't do. I didn't reorganize my tea drawer. My one son and I do drink a lot of tea. My husband's stuck on his Lipton, so, but my son and I, we like to try different teas and drink a lot of tea, so I think I'm going to just go through the tea drawer, organize it back up, maybe pick out a box of tea, put this one in it so that we can share this one as well. And there we go. Woohoo! All right. But I guess that's it for now. I don't have anything else to share with you, so I'm going to go for now. And I will see you next time on Books I Read. Bye!